Fox News Alert now. French officials have identified the suspected mastermind of the Paris attacks. It's Abdel Aboud, a Belgian extremist, and you see him right there on the run. That's a shot we have him from Syria, where he's doing some of horrific acts. We're trying to find him at this hour.
Also breaking right now, police raid that could be tied to another major player in the attack, Salah Abdeslam. These pictures are live from Molenbeek, Brussels, right here. Many of the terrorists coming from Syria, posing as refugees. Earlier, we remember bringing you that report in September about these passports that were being obtained. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, CEO of the National Center for Policy Analysis and Fox News contributor, joins us now to discuss. Good morning to you, Colonel.
Good morning to you, Elizabeth and Brian.
Colonel, the refugees are still coming. We have a robust vetting procedure for them, so they're still going to be coming here, even though at least one of the refugees perpetrated this attack.
Well, that shows the intransigence of the ideology of Ben Rhodes and the Obama administration, because you don't want to make any adjustments. You don't want to say time out. Let's make sure that we get this right. First and foremost, I think that we have to look at this situation, and we should not allow any military-aged males to be part of this refugee crisis. I believe anyone from about 16 to 40 years of age, single male, should not be allowed to come in. That's a Trojan horse. The other thing that we have to realize, and you had the former ambassador from Belgium on earlier, how silly can we be to allow people to travel into a combat zone like Syria and then come right back into our countries, being it in Europe or being here in the United States of America? So we need to have a better focus on the passport system that we have and people transiting back and forth.
Lieutenant Colonel, when you hear Democrats unable to say that we are at war with radical Islam, what is your reaction on the heels of this most devastating murder and atrocity?
Well, you heard one of the individuals, I believe Martin O'Malley, say that we should have 65,000 refugees. He's asked for an increase. That shows a complete lack of reality. You also heard Bernie Sanders say that he still believes that climate change is the greatest threat that we have out there. So the three individuals that were there Saturday night should be completely discounted. They're not ready for leadership of this country at this time.
Colonel, you got to credit the governors of Alabama and Michigan and say we're not taking any refugees. I also think Congress has to do something. The president's not a king. He can't just declare that we're taking 170,000 refugees. They got to be financed. They need some money. And don't we have the purse strings in Congress?
You know, you're absolutely right. And when you look at the Constitution and Article 1, Section 8, those enumerated powers go to the Congress. And also, we have a system of federalism where those powers that are not enumerated to the federal government revert to the states. That's the 9th and 10th Amendment. So kudos to these governors for standing up and saying, not in my backyard.
Yeah, and by the way, we last night it's been plowed under because of the plethora of news. We let out 5 Gitmo Yemeni terrorists, so they're now out and about, and they're in another location in the Middle East. So it seems like we're rearming the enemy, and then we're allowing them to come here if we don't do a better job screening a process from a government that has collapsed.
Interesting points today, Colonel. Thank you.
You know, the optics of that is that they attack us and we release them. That's horrible.
Sure is. Colonel, thanks for your time today.